Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the best damn professional wrestling podcast on the planet. I am, of course, one of your three hosts himself, Odin's greatest creation, the gift of this generation, Mr. Perfection himself, Dakota Carter, and I'm back here with the full squad this week. Of course, I don't know if he's on the full gear card or not because I haven't looked at the full gear card, but if he is, he's got a plane to catch. We got Mr. Eddie Kingston here with us again. John, glad to have you back, man. Hope you enjoyed your time with your family last week. And of course, I got my main man, my guy in the chair, the Ned to my Spider Man, Mr. Magic Fingers himself, Andrew. How is everybody doing this week, man? Everybody feeling good? Everybody blessed to be in the wonderful world of wrestling that it has been arguably one of the best weeks of wrestling in general all year, in my opinion.
Dude, it's been a great month of wrestling so far.
Yeah, yeah, I would
It has
completely
been
agree.
a great month of wrestling.
Yeah, gosh, I can't get over how much this tastes like a peanut butter cup. It blows my mind. I don't listen. They're not sponsoring us, but I'll give them a shout out anyway. If you guys don't have enough energy, don't have enough get up in the morning, go to grinds.com and pick y'all up some grinds. Fucking fantastic. It is
Somebody
brilliant.
said somebody
Absolutely
somebody
delicious.
sent me a somebody sent me a free sample.
Yeah, get on that grinds. There's a slew of different flavors. They have a new pumpkin spice coming out.
Yuck.
Wow. Can't wait for that. Uh, I've heard great things about the cinnamon whiskey. That's on my order list as soon as your boy gets the funds to do so. But John, I want to start with you since you weren't here last week.
Got the
See,
blue
I've been
raspberry in right
okay.
now, my man. Got the blue
Okay.
raspberry in, and it's delish.
So that's on my list as well. So they are getting a hefty order from us come December the 3rd. They are getting a pretty hefty order. And so is Alp.com, but they're better than Zen. But we don't talk about that because I love my Zen. Anyway, John, I'll start with you. Man, you weren't here last week. So give me your thoughts about what happened last week and how you feel about John Cena making history being a Grand Slam champion.
Well, you knew it was coming. I mean, no, actually, I don't know. I kind of expected it, but I kind of didn't.
Yeah.
Um, Now I think where they're fucking it up is they had plans on putting the title on him. I'm sure they had it before they set up this tournament.
Yeah.
I think the way they should have handled the tournament, and let's say they went down road A and decided not to do the IC for him.
Mm-hmm.
So what they should have done at that point is made the whole tournament with nothing but his former rivals.
Yep.
Now, if they would have went down road B, put the IC on him, they should have made the title. I mean the tournament nothing but young and up and comers.
Mm-hmm.
Because I, I I have a feeling they're gonna probably do LA Knight winning the finals because they ain't put the world heavyweight title on him. So why not put the IC on him? But then on the other side of the scale, I have a feeling it's gonna come down to Gunther, and we don't need Gunther with the IC belt again. We just don't.
No, no.
But I mean, I'm cool with Cena, finally getting that monkey off his back and getting that IC belt.
You know,
I
man, it's so complicated with this tournament. Like, I'm with you. I don't want to see Gunther hold the IC championship again, but honestly, he's the only guy out of this field that I've seen so far that I could see winning this whole damn thing.
I'm either hoping LA Knight or Mello.
Like we talked about last week, and I don't know if you caught last week's episode or not, but
No, I haven't even seen you post it yet.
I could give a shit if they put him down in NXT. Better yet, go put him on Evolve and maybe he'll
Who?
do something there. LA Knight, he's fucking
No
terrible.
way.
He needs to leave or do something
No.
because I could every time he's on my screen, I don't pay attention.
I said
That's
LFG, so
Yeah.
that's crazy.
You even said LFG. So that
yep.
train for me, he has sailed. It sailed
He
way
needs
long time
to
ago for
reinvent
me.
himself. He needs to come back
Yeah.
like Cena did and reinvent his character into something else.
Yeah.
He is too much of a mixture of multiple personalities of
Yeah.
uh previous talents, and it's too obvious. He is not his own person. And it just
Yeah. And
shows, especially when you can see when Matt Cardona came out the other night, um or Zack
Nick
Ryder.
Nemeth.
They're just or Zack Ryder was what he came out as. He was
Yeah.
too much LA Knight.
yeah.
I mean, they basically even the symbols were the exact same thing. So if they
Yeah.
were either a tag team, they would be twins. It would be
Yeah.
like when the Miz had his stunt double,
Ms. Dow. Yeah.
Mizdow, all the time, which that was gold. Don't get me wrong.
It was.
But it right now having LA Knight is he's not his own person. He needs to go back in the creative locker room, dressing room, whatever, and come back out as somebody new. He needs to reevaluate and come back out as something different.
And here's the thing with him, and I've followed him since he was Eli Drake in TNA. So I've been following him for quite a while. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Every time he's out there, I just feel like he's trying so hard with what they're giving him, but it's just not working for me. Like I said, I seriously every time he comes on, and it's not his fault. Maybe it's the booking. I don't know, but there's just something about
Yeah,
the
I mean,
guy.
I don't hate the guy. Don't
No,
hate the guy. He's a very talented, very excellent wrestler. He
yeah,
needs to recreate something that is him,
turn
not
him heel.
a
Maybe turn him
recreation of
heel.
something else. Yeah, maybe that. But he needs
I
to
don't
come
know
up with
what we
something
can do with.
else.
But I wanted to touch on the matches for this week because honestly, Javon Evans and Gunther had one of my favorite matches of the year. I mean, when you talk about pure underdog story, we all knew going into that match that Javon Evans was going to get squashed. That's what we all thought. And it was a lot more competitive than what I thought. I thought Gunther looked fantastic. He's looking mean and lean, looking like he dropped an extra 50 pounds. They gave him his old theme song back, which I am so
Yep.
happy about. Um,
I like the other one better.
man, when they
But
go in that Europe,
honestly, that match really made you think. As much as we knew
yeah,
Javon was going to lose, as much as we knew it, or
they
we were
had you on the edge of your
predicting
seat.
him to lose,
Yep.
it really made you think it was going to be kind of like when it was old school in the 90s when 1 2 3 Kid did the impossible and
Yeah.
he defeated Nash
Hall.
or defeated Scott Hall.
Yeah.
But that was truly what we were all starting to believe at one point because of how much he kept kicking out of the impossible finishers that were happening. And
Yeah.
it really started to make you think that Gunther is now back to put over talent instead
Yeah.
of bury talent, for
Yeah.
lack of better words.
And that's what really surprised me about this match. And John, I'll go to you in a second. But I think we all kind of expected it to be a squash match in a way because to me, Gunther is the Thanos of WWE in a way, where he's that
Mm-hmm.
guy that everybody looks at and they're like, oh, he'd fuck you up for real. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
um, and it was just so surprising to me. And this is one thing that I will say. How much would that finish have benefited Javon Evans? I'm a big fan of the Busted Open radio show on Sirius XM, and Bully Ray said the exact same thing. What if we could just do the 1 2 3 Kid finish where it comes out of nowhere, and then Gunther just beats the ever loving shit out of him?
Yep.
Like make it to where he'll beat him, so he'll beat Gunther, right? But Gunther will beat his ass so severely after that Gunther will take that advancing spot, and there's your star making moment for Javon Evans because holy shit, he just beat Gunther. Holy shit, he just pissed Gunther off, and he's out of the tournament because Gunther just beat him to a pulp, but he beat Gunther, and that's really what I would have liked to see. Now I'm the one of the biggest, Gunther meat riders on the internet right now. So I don't know, man. I'm really excited to see what they do with this tournament, but I know Gunther's going to win it. John, how did you feel about this Javon match? And I know you're historically not a big Gunther guy, but were you impressed with the way that Gunther looked and the way that Gunther performed? on Monday.
Yeah, it's not that I'm a Gunther hater. I mean, when I'm gonna use his IC title. Well, not really. I'll go his world heavyweight title reign. I mean, he wasn't defending, so I'm sitting here like they need to go back to the old school rules where if you didn't defend in 30 days, you're stripped. Um,
Yeah.
I at first thought that match was going to be a slaughter.
Yeah.
But I mean, what good would that have done for Javon? I think it would have been cool to have Javon win, but the only way I would have had Javon win though is if he was if he was getting called up. But unfortunately, he's only 21. He's already done said, they've already said they want to call him up, but he said he wants more time in NXT, which I get. He's got he's got the mat skills down. He needs a mouth. He needs a talk.
I'll say this about Jay Malachi. If you haven't seen Jay Malachi wrestle and Jay Malachi talk, go look him up. If they would let him be Jay Malachi instead of this watered down version of Jay Malachi that WWE has to present.
Oh, he's got the skill.
Oh
He's
my
got the
God.
skill.
Oh my God. DPW Jay Malachi was something special.
Yep.
Speaking of DPW, before I move on, it is being announced that they are closing their doors. They are doing 2 more shows in Japan and they are closing their doors.
Really?
Yeah. So Deadlock Pro Wrestling is no longer going to be doing shows running forward here in the next couple months, which it broke my heart because I've grew up watching all those guys that were involved with DPW, like CM Pulse, Tony Pizza Guy, and, the whole DPW crew. And, man, they have put so many people on the map. People like Javon Evans, formerly known as Jay Malachi. Calvin Takeman is another guy that I can think of that they really pushed and showed people who these people are. So that really broke my heart. But I guess the other thing we can talk about, other than, Gunther's big return, is my dad's favorite wrestler made his WWE return, and that is one Nick Nemeth. Man, I wanted Nick Nemeth to win this match so bad. So bad. But it didn't work out. John, how do you feel about the decision to just bring these guys back for a pop, but not give them that push?
That irritates the shit out of me. I mean, I've said it once, I'll say it again. People like Dolph and I know Dolph has had 1 or 2 world heavyweight title reigns, but someone like Zack Ryder, they could have done so much more with him. He had the fans behind him. The guy can wrestle.
Yeah.
Why would you gave him the IC belt for 1 fucking night? I just hate seeing that. I hate saying that because now
I'm saying exactly what the problem was. His name is Triple H.
Well, I thought it was TKO that was in charge of all that.
No, TKOs might be in charge, but it's Triple H that had his influence that didn't allow those guys to progress the way they should have.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
and there's been interviews where Triple H has admitted that.
Here's the thing with this TKO thing, and I don't mean to cut you off, John. People think because TKO bought WWE that they have all saying power. No, the person that books the storylines and gets to say who goes over and who goes down is Triple H. And I think he's probably one of the best bookers in the last 10 years. But just with those two, like when you can be my dad's favorite wrestler, a guy who hates professional wrestling, when you can be my dad's favorite wrestler, and every time that you came on screen, my dad paid attention, that's somebody special. And I called him when it happened. I called him and he flipped out. He was like, "What? No way." And then, he sat there and watched the whole thing and then he was disappointed. So there's been multiple cases, like John said, you gave Zack Ryder the fucking IC title for 1 night and then gave it back to the fucking Miz. For what reason? Nobody knows.
You give it to him on Mania.
Yeah.
You give it to him on Mania. Like, you give it to him on the Super Bowl of wrestling.
Yeah.
And 24 hours later, you take it from him. How they talk about one of the ultimate slaps in the face.
You know what the crazy thing is? He wasn't originally supposed to be in that match.
No.
So Neville got hurt going into WrestleMania 32 against Chris Jericho. He broke his ankle.
Yeah, broke his ankle, yeah.
And then and then Zack Ryder said, I went backstage, I talked to Road Dogg, and that Road Dogg has said in multiple interviews, the thing that made me say, yeah, we need to put this kid in that match was that Zack Ryder had never heard his music play at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Like the dude was there for over a decade and he never heard his music play at WrestleMania. Are you shitting me? And as a guy who's followed him from when he left to becoming the deathmatch king to becoming the indie god that we all know and love, it was so disappointing not only to hear him come out as Zack Ryder, man, but just to see him get pushed down like, oh, yeah, here's your happy pop moment, and then there you go. Because he has said multiple times in interviews, if he was to ever come back to WWE, he would not come back as Zack Ryder. He would come back as Matt Cardona. And if he heard O Radio again, he would throw up. What happened on Monday? He came out to O Radio and came out as Zack Ryder.
Yep.
A modified version, but yeah.
It was still the same thing. It was a newer version of O Radio, which in my opinion is one of the best WWE theme songs of all time. But
yeah,
like it devalued him to me in such a way. Like number one, I know money talks, bullshit walks all the time. So they can say, "Oh, I'll never do that," but when you throw money in their face, they're gonna do whatever you want them to do.
Yeah.
But to me, he's this guy who has made a career on the indies, who made more money on the independents than he ever did in WWE. And he was in WWE for what, 13, 14 years almost. So here's this guy who has this character, has this momentum behind him. You tell me you're never coming back as Zack Ryder. NXT calls you Matt Cardona. Like, that's the crazy thing. Like, when he showed up on NXT, he was Matt Cardona. You show up on the main roster, you're fucking Zack Ryder again. And to me, that devalued him. It's still going to pop out of me because of the whole, I was there. That was the peak of my childhood. The whole True Long Island story, the whole internet championship and the feud with Kane and John Cena. Shit was peak. But I don't know. It just devalued him to me. And Drew, I'll go to you to get your thoughts on Ziggler, because Ziggler is, in my opinion, probably the most underutilized guy in WWE history, right next to Shelton Benjamin. So how do you?
Him and Finn Balor too.
Yeah, we could talk about Finn. I could sit here and talk about Finn for an hour and a half. Those three, to me, are the most underutilized guys in WWE history. So how did you feel?
I have to add another name to that list, and that would be John Morrison. But John Morrison was so accident prone that it wasn't even funny.
I don't know, man. He's kind of a bitch. I've interacted with him a few times. He's kind of a bitch.
But talent wise, he could be thrown into that list as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But go ahead, John.
My thing with like the Nick Nemeth and Matt Cardona, coming back and doing those matches.
Yeah,
I know. Was it Dolph? Dolph went against Solo, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Cardona. Who did he go against? Knight.
LA Knight.
And that's crazy. I mean, because I was thinking at first, I was like, maybe it wasn't Triple H that booked who won, who lost. Maybe it was, being how, Ziggler and Cardona are, older than most of them. Maybe they were the ones that said, hey, we don't want to win. We want the younger talent. And I know Knight ain't that young anymore either, but Solo's still young. So maybe it was Ziggler that said, hey, I don't want to win this match. I'm just doing this for John.
It could have been part of it.
I could see that. I could see that. But age plays a big factor, I think, in today's wrestling, But
we definitely got those moments in Ziggler's match that were these so-called Ziggler moments.
Yes.
Because that shot he took to the chest and the turnbuckle and the way he sold that, I mean, no one, when it comes to selling moves,
no one's better.
And the painful moments, no one's better than Ziggler. And that's, when you talk about the Mount Rushmore of selling, no one was better than him.
No.
Now, you could probably say the overselling is a completely different area, but when you're talking about the pure selling of moves, Ziggler's your number one.
He made everybody that he was in the ring with look good.
Yes.
Like it didn't matter
Yes.
who he was in the ring with. Um,
Yes.
and the pop for me was great. I really wanted Chris Jericho. I still think Jericho's coming. I just don't know when. Um, I don't
I'm
know.
still.
I think he'll be a surprise entrant in Rumble.
I can see that. Yeah.
Well, see, what I thought was kind of crazy is like I was reading this, and I never believe a lot of shit I see online, but um, with Jimmy being part of the War Games match, a lot of people are thinking that he's going to be taken out prior to War Games,
Yeah.
and he's going to be replaced by Jericho. I don't, like I said, I'm going to feed into this until I actually see it. So,
Well, that's not a bad idea, but where we're a week away, pretty much, a week from today, as we're recording this, is Survivor Series.
Yep.
It's crunch time. Like if they're gonna do something like that, they should have done it last night.
No. It's if they're going to do something like that. I saw a thing earlier this morning because I, for some reason, can't sleep on Friday nights after really long work days, and saw a theory to where they are going to be bringing in that Jimmy would be hurt, taken out, like John was saying, because they're going to do the advantage match coming up this
right.
week,
Oh
and
yeah,
that
yeah,
is
yeah.
where
You're right.
Jimmy will be potentially taken out if the story does happen. That would be where that would potentially be happening at.
Okay.
But yet, instead of it being where Jericho or someone could come in to replace, this would be because we saw who the fifth members were this week
Yep.
on Monday
Yep.
Night Raw.
And we'll get
We
to that.
saw that Roman Reigns is joining the face team,
Yep.
and Brock Lesnar is joining Team Heel or Team Mixed Vision, whatever you want to call it. Team Heyman, basically. And what I am predicting is that if they're going to have a fifth member to replace Jimmy, that it is going to be the next Samoan to join.
Yeah, that I mean.
Zilla.
It will be Zilla Fatu,
Oh.
not Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, because I don't expect Jacob to be back until Rumble. That's what I'm thinking. Is Jacob back by Rumble?
So here's the thing with me, and I'm not gonna give my insider because I do know a few people. My thing with Zilla, and I'm saying this, playing it by cheek. I have had a couple conversations with that young man. And every time I can't help but every time that, I'm in multiple group chats with his, I'm a big fan of him. So I'm in his, multiple Instagram group chats. And every time that we all ask him that question, like, yo, when are you showing up? Because he'll do like a Q&A like once a month where he'll jump in the Discord or whatever and he'll hop in and talk to all of us. And each time that he does, and we each bring that up because we all want to see him, he's just like, man, I ain't ready. Like, I'm going to be honest, I ain't ready.
That or he's playing the kayfabe story.
Or maybe he's playing kayfabe. And, the fan in me is saying you're playing fucking kayfabe. But we have so many Samoans on the main roster right now that I don't want him to get lost in the shuffle. He needs to feel important because he is important.
But the only way he would get lost in the shuffle is if he joins MFTs.
Yeah.
But
That's
here's
the
the
only way I
thing.
can see him getting lost in the shuffle. If he's joining Roman, he would not get lost in the shuffle.
I don't know, man. I just, and like we were talking about it last week. Here's the thing that really made me angry. We had that solo mystery opponent that ended up being Ziggler, which was awesome. But how awesome would it have been for it to be Zilla Fatu?
Yeah.
Think about it. Who does
that was the only time they were really focusing on his thumb so much as well. So that was really kind of giving foreshadow.
Yeah.
Well,
and so go ahead.
No. I was seeing something else kind of crazy today too. But I know he's under AEW contract still. But with Sheamus being taken out, somebody said that they wouldn't be surprised if I think it's Monday when Sheamus is supposed to wrestle again. But they said they wouldn't be surprised if Sheamus came out to the ring and said, told the crowd, hey, unfortunately I can't compete. So
oh yeah, they already confirmed.
Yeah. So this person is taking my spot, and it go. I guess the arena goes to black, and then you hear the sirens, and it ends up being Antonio Cesaro or whatever his name is, Claudio over there in AEW.
No, but that'd be one hell of a time for somebody like Edge to make a surprise one night only appearance.
No.
Here's the thing, man. Like I want to see it, but I don't think we're getting that Edge match.
Oh, no, I
As
doubt
much.
it. I doubt it.
You
But
know,
Nah, it's
again,
too
with
late.
everybody else only doing a one night only appearance and not moving forward,
yeah,
that would be one hell of a way to do this,
yeah.
special,
I don't know, but
still
I feel like
having it happen.
if you're bringing back arguably his biggest rival of all time in Edge, he has to advance. That has to be seen as last match. Um,
I wish it would.
you know, and the
Yeah.
thing with Claudio, and that's a great theory, but like he ain't going back to WWE anytime soon.
No, he's got too much
No.
going on with Crap Riders right now.
He is the main guy. Like we can slowly, and then John, I know you don't watch, and I'm gonna jump onto you again. You need to start watching because I'm on every time that we talk about this, I'm gonna jump on you. Claudio is slowly becoming the leader of the Death Riders, and it is
Yep.
such a good goddamn story. And I'll tell you why. And I know, Drew, me and you have been called the biggest AEW Dick Riders in the wrestling community by our community on Twitter. AEW is the best wrestling company right now.
Yep.
They make me
Here,
care about
They
everybody
proved
that
it
is on.
again this past Wednesday night.
They sure as fuck did.
here's the thing. I really want to watch that pay-per-view tonight, but number one,
Yep.
I don't have no internet right now, so the only means of watching shit is on my phone right now.
Yep.
On top of that, I'm not paying $50 on Amazon to watch the shit.
I would
I
pay
can't blame
$100
you.
for it. I can't blame you on there, but I will say, for the people that do pay, and of course, we do pay, but for the people that do pay, you're getting your money's worth.
Yeah.
I've paid for quite a few AEW shows, and every time I've left going, wow. Other than that one exception of that terrible fucking ending between John Moxley and Kenny Omega in the barbed wire death match.
Yep.
Where the fucking explosion was just a bunch of fucking sparklers going off.
Hell,
I've
even
never
their
been.
blood and guts match they had on cable TV last week, man, that was
Oh my gosh.
outstanding.
Oh my gosh. And I'm really excited about Gear. Go ahead, John.
No, I was just gonna say, I would pay the $50 to watch the show tonight.
Yeah.
My only thing that would piss me off, and this would keep me from probably watching it again, is if that motherfucking Sasha Hogan beats Chris Statlander for that AEW title.
You talking about the greatest women's wrestler to ever live, right?
Bullfuck. Yeah, okay.
Which is
The
probably
greatest women's champion of this generation.
Who currently has 13 belts.
Make it 14.
And no. And
Tonight would make it 14.
Only one of those belts she has mean anything.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Hey, she put them all to good use at Blood and Guts. I'll give her that.
Okay, let's
she used every single one of them as a weapon.
Man, here's the thing with everybody with Sasha Banks, and it could be because I've loved Sasha since she was in NXT, and I think she's phenomenal. Do I think it's getting a little egregious with all these belts? Yes, but that's the fucking point. We're supposed to be annoyed by it. And that's what's going to make whoever beats her for the TBS or whatever championship, that's what's going to make it even better. It's going to be somebody that we don't even see fucking coming, like a Julia Hart, for example, who's going to come from the ashes and say, you know what, bitch, you're getting on my nerves. It's time to end this. And then that's instantly going to make a star out of whoever beats her. So is it getting a little egregious? Yes, but for the time being, let it happen because she's sexy as hell. And every time she comes on my TV, I get excited. So therefore, let it keep happening. Let it be 14 tonight. But I will say this.
So is she not defending any of her titles against Chris Statlander?
This one is strictly for the AEW title.
This is for the big women's championship. So
well, if Statlander loses, I'd tell you I'd leave AEW and come to the big boys.
She ain't gonna come to the big boys because she'll be put in the same place that Blake Monroe was put at right now.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sorry, but historically, the only success story from AEW so far is Jade Cargill and Ricky Saints.
Yeah.
Those are the only two success stories from AEW to come over. And man, I will tell you this: that whole Death Rider story, a lot of people are shitting on it online, but I love it. And I don't know, you can just slowly start to see that Moxley has not had a good couple 3 months here.
No, he hasn't. Since he lost the title, it's not been good.
He lost the championship to Hangman, which, in my opinion, is one of the worst professional wrestlers on the planet. I don't think the guy can really wrestle, in my opinion. Um, then he lost that insane, brutal I Quit match to Darby Allin, where he tried to drown a grown man on live pay per view.
Yep.
And then in Blood and Guts, he was the man to tap out.
And then tonight, he gets to face old. Oh, geez, why is his name slipping me? Hold on.
Kyle O'Reilly or whatever his name is.
O'Reilly again tonight, yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a banger.
And a no-holds-barred match. So I'm really looking forward to watching that.
Oh, damn.
But hey, let's get back to Raw real quick because we have completely forgotten something, and I absolutely hate it because we had a dethrone happen for the IC title of the women's division, and it was absolutely beautiful, and she completely deserved it.
Yeah.
Even though that wild redhead is apparently taking everybody to court over this, which I'm hoping is a storyline because it's absolutely ridiculous. But the picture that CM Punk made after this is absolutely amazing, by the way. Yep. But congratulations to Maxine Dupree. She finally got her first title, and she got her title, first solos championship, before Chad Gable. Congratulations.
Yeah, which is
the only thing
travesty.
I am upset about. The only thing I'm upset about is the fact that Otis and Tozawa did not come down to the ring to celebrate with her. They waited and for her to be backstage to go celebrate.
Yeah,
but I love the fact that AJ came out and she was just enough of a distraction in order for the whole thing to take place.
I mean, and John, I'll go to you last because I'm sure you got a lot to say about this. And I'm gonna make a statement right here and now that a lot of people are not gonna agree with. Maxine Dupree is the most improved wrestler of 2025.
Oh, hell yeah.
Agreed.
Without a doubt.
She is fantastic. I know she's been in the Heart Dungeon.
For a former cheerleader to now being a
IC champion
wrestler, yeah.
So
100%.
So that time that she spent in the Heart Dungeon with TJ and Natty really paid off for her. I think her timing is a lot better. I do think, she, and I'll give her some slack for this because it was her first major championship win, and anybody would be shitting their pants. I don't care who you are.
Oh yeah.
Her timing on the finish was a little bit off to me. It looked like a really, 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 really high crossbody.
It was.
That cover wasn't like, yeah, I'm gonna beat her for this. It was like, oh god, I gotta hook your leg because I made it look like shit. But I'll give her some slack on that. I'm very proud of her. Do I think she deserves to win the IC championship before Chad Gable? Hell fucking no. That to me is a mind-boggling statement that will forever be like, what the fuck to me, that she got it before Chad Gable did, because Chad Gable should have been the one to dethrone Gunther at WrestleMania, not fucking Sami Zayn.
I completely agree there.
But yeah, man, I think this women's War Games match was lacking in the, before the AJ Lee and Becky Lynch involvement that happened last night on SmackDown. And another thing that I've been seeing people criticize on online and stuff that I kind of agree with is it feels like Cody and Drew have just been shoehorned into this War Games match.
Yeah.
Like, just shoehorned because Brock makes sense. Like, Brock makes sense because of the Heyman ties and the Vision ties.
Yeah.
But really, Drew and Cody don't really make sense at all. Like,
there's that promo that Cody had after that match last night, that was brutal. You talk about vicious. I mean, geez, he was just cutting people down left and right.
Well, here's the thing that I think a lot of people overlooked. That to me felt like a heel promo.
It did. It was finally letting loose.
To me, it finally felt like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not just Dusty's kid. I'm the American fucking nightmare, and I'm going to tell you exactly the fuck I am. That's what that promo made me feel like. And my wife is a notorious Cody Rhodes hater. She hates the like hates him. But even she last night looked over and went, I want to see more of that.
Yeah.
Just turn the guy heel, because
Yes.
that one line where he was going, you keep building them and I'll just be the one to knock them down, was perfect. Because
Yes.
think about it. Since he came back to WWE, he has been Paul Heyman's kryptonite.
Yes.
Every time he's been Seth Rollins' kryptonite. Like Cody has so many good stories that he's been a part of that, oh, well, look who's here. Just wants to pop in and say hello. We're talking about your favorite right now, Cody Rhodes.
Fuck him.
See? You hate him. But I'll go to you since you wanted to pop in here. Did that promo last night feel like, yeah, we need to see more of that Cody Rhodes?
No.
That promo was top notch. But until last night, man, I was like, man, Cody don't need to be in this. There were so many other people that fit the mold, but after that promo, I was like, damn. And John, I'll go to you. How do you feel about Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre being in this War Games match? And are you looking forward to Survivor Series?
I'm definitely looking forward to the match. I'm kind of like you guys. Not Seth. Cody and Drew, I kind of felt like we're just looped into it.
Yep.
Where I honestly think when they decided to throw Lesnar in, they should have threw Cena in too, because Cena lost to him a few months ago, and now Cena has to get some kind of revenge. But now with Cody with this heel turn, like I've said, I think I've said it the last couple of weeks. If they decide to go with this Cody heel turn, they're gonna have to make a super heel turn super face now. I don't think that would be Drew. I don't know how
do that. You already have one.
Yeah, but you don't. Yeah, but
I mean, you already have one.
Yeah, but he's not there right now. So if they do
it doesn't matter. That's what you can build your story on. This whole Cody Rhodes heel turn. What if it's not? He's saying, "I'll just keep building him down." What if Paul Heyman gets in his ear?
Well, I'm still on that seesaw where I think it was Cody who attacked Jacob from a
1,000%. That's what I was getting. 1,000%. Because realistically, in a realistic fight, other than Brock Lesnar and a couple other guys, the only guy that I could say, yeah, if that was a real fight, Cody Rhodes would get his fucking head bit off, would be Jacob Fatu. So the perfect story is that Cody was scared. He just got his title back. He knows that Jacob is this fierce monster that is unstoppable and would beat his ass from coast to coast, pillar to post. Ain't nobody like him. He knows that. So why wouldn't he take him out? And what if later on down the line we say, because Dusty Rhodes and Paul Heyman have a very tight connection. Paul Heyman was 15 years old and snuck backstage at the Madison Square Garden and sat in on a writers meeting, and that's how he ran into Dusty Rhodes for the first time. Paul Heyman's always been a Dusty guy. So what if leading slowly, Cody said, I'm your kryptonite. I've beaten everybody you put in front of me. What if slowly over the months we start to see, that's the Cody Rhodes we need. We need that monster killer. And then Cody goes on this heel tirade run. And then Jacob Fatu comes back and is like, I know who attacked me. And it wasn't Drew McIntyre. It was you. And right there's your monster. There's your shift to make a main event star in Jacob Fatu. So that, to me, they're building that slowly. And I hope to God it happens. But John, go ahead and finish your thought. I'm sorry.
Where you were saying that the line he used last night, where Heyman keeps building him up and he keeps taking him down. I don't even think that was the line that even really made anybody think that could be Cody's, quote unquote heel turn, move. I think the line that really got me was that where he said about Braun Breaker. He said Rhodes has always been better than a Steiner.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that made me believe, oh, Cody's, that's a hint. What if Cody turns at Survivor Series?
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know, man. It's coming soon. We just
Well,
know
why are
it's
you
coming.
going to poke the bear to piss off Lesnar right before you're going to lock yourself in a steel cage with him
Yeah.
and just remind him, hey, the last person that beat you twice, and it was me. So why he did that, I don't know. He took shots at everybody and he held nothing back, which was absolutely superb. And then the to top it all off, um, shoot, lost my train of thought. Sorry, Munchkin walked in. Um,
You're good.
we need to make sure that the writers or whoever is doing the costume designs change up Bronson Reed's costume because the skull and crossbones on him does not look like skull and crossbones when you first look at it. It looks like damn gingerbread man. I mean, I'm sorry, just the big boy needs to change clothes. Like it's not intimidating. It's making another fat boy hungry. So I mean, come on.
I have a bitch. Almost got choked on my grind. He's
Hey,
completely
but
right.
what if they go another route? So what if something like, it come down to the final two, which could be Cody versus Lesnar? What if Heyman turned on Lesnar and Cody joined Heyman?
Is everybody else seeing that on their screen, or is it just me?
Seeing what on the screen?
You were like having a seizure in your chair there. I wanted to make sure you were all good.
Huh?
Okay, you're not doing it now, but you were like you were phasing in and out like you was. I don't know. But that is a good point. I could see that happening. I don't know, man. I guess we'll just have to wait till Saturday. Um, anything else you guys want to cover from WWE before I go into the full gear card? And Drew, do you have it
Well,
popped up already?
I do, but I do
Okay.
have a prediction for War Games
Yep.
because the one other thing that we forgot to mention from last night,
Hmm?
we don't have another War Games match. We have a traditional Survivor Series match. It's the
Yeah,
MFTs versus the ones that they've been whooping the shit out of. And I'm actually
I'm really
happy
excited
we
for that.
have that. I'm actually
Yeah.
happy we have that
Yeah, me too. I'm
because I
excited.
was nervous that we were going to have another forced War Games style match. But in this one, we're actually just going to have a legit old school Survivor Series match that we haven't really had in a while besides when it was Raw versus SmackDown.
Yeah.
But I'm curious and interested to see how Ray Phoenix, Sami Zayn, the Motor City Machine Guns, and Shinsuke are going to do versus MFTs. I have a feeling they're going to try their best to make it as entertaining as possible. But
Yep.
I mean, I have a strong sense that MFTs are just going to dominate. But um, I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to go. Is it going to be a all out destruction where it's just 5-0 domination? Will there be actually any eliminations from MFTs at all? What's going to happen? I'm looking forward to it. But my theory for uh, War Games, Dom wins back the IC title
Yep.
because he's in his hometown
Yep.
or he's in San Diego, and
Yep.
we get a return of Liv Morgan.
Oh,
She helps him win the title back.
brother. I ain't never gonna be upset about that.
No,
So now you got
but
me
that
excited.
is how I think he pulls a new Eddie Guerrero cheat steal way of getting his title back because he's run out of different ideas or options.
Yeah.
And especially how he tried it the other night and John kind of one upped his game and now he's got to take it up a new level. Well, he's in San Diego at this time, so now he's going to have to find a new way to compete.
Well, I'm here for that 100%. But John, you look like you wanted to say something. Go ahead. What's on your mind, man?
Yeah, I've got a couple of little things I wanted to say about that MFT and Sami Zayn and company traditional match. I really think they're doing it wrong. I get it. Uncle Howdy's injured right now, Bo Dallas. But I think they should have done it. Sammy joining the Wyatt Six just for that one night and do that versus the MFTs. Now here's my spoiler, and I'm saying spoiler. I'm not saying prediction. Sammy's winning the Rumble this year,
Yeah, 1000%.
so he's got to win. He's got to be the sole survivor of this match. Sammy
Yeah.
wins, and that's the kickoff to his Royal Rumble win.
Man, I don't know. Like you said about Sammy joining the Wyatts, and the Wyatts are something that is very important to me. To me, that would make no fucking sense whatsoever. And to me, this whole team makes no sense whatsoever. But I'm just glad we're getting it. Other than just being another forced war game. I'm glad we're going back to our roots and getting an actual,
Well, if
typical.
he wins it, if he's the lone survivor, though, then the only way he could really, in my opinion, the only way he could survive and win it would be with assistance. So does Jacob Fatu make a surprise return
See, that's what I'm
Or,
saying.
and take out
or,
members of the NFTs?
or what about a Kevin Owens?
I would be very shocked if we ever see Kevin Owens in the ring again.
Oh, same here, but I'm saying it's
I
all
mean, his
opinion.
neck is fucked.
Yeah,
Like
he's
it's shot.
Well, he
Uh,
doesn't really have to wrestle. All you have to do is fucking play his music and have him walk up to the top of the ramp, and that's enough to distract whoever's last in the ring with Sammy and done.
it could be that I'm a notorious Sami Zayn hater. But I think if he is the sole survivor here and he wins, I think it takes the fucking momentum that the NFTs have built up for months and
They ain't got
just
none. The best they've
I
got
mean
on that team is Sammy. I mean, not Sammy
bro.
Solo.
they
They're
have
the
more of a
most
build up against
dominant.
the Wyatt Six than anything else, though.
Right.
Yeah, but we can't do that right now with how and I'm 100% agreeing with you guys. It should have been the Wyatt Six versus the MFTs, but we can't do
Right.
that. So we had to pivot and do whatever. But to me, the MFTs have been done really well. Like they're this unstoppable force. Solo's this crying whiny baby heel, which he should be. I just think they've been done really well for what they're given. I mean, I think they're arguably the most dominant force on SmackDown. Um, other than the Vision, whenever they fucking decide to show up wherever,
Yep.
you know. So to me, it would take that momentum that the MFTs, one of the dumbest names in professional wrestling history, somebody needs to fix that shit. But it would take the momentum that they have because they do have momentum. They're this unstoppable force of these big beefy Samoans that are just running through everybody, and it would take that momentum that they have in this little balloon, and it would pop it, and it would just make them feel so. Oh, you're these big bad guys, but one red-headed Canadian beats you. Like to me, it just I don't know, but it is
Yeah, it
WWE
feels like it's
booking.
going to
So
be a full
John,
domination.
you're probably right about that. But to close out the show, John, I know you're not a big AEW fan, but we're gonna go over the Full Gear card. I'm pretty sure Mr. Magic Fingers has it pulled up for us.
I do. And it starts out, I do believe, with Big Boom, AJ and QT Marshall versus Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta.
Wait. So who is teaming with Big Boom AJ?
QT Marshall.
Okay, all right. I thought you said there for a second it was Big Justice, which I'd have been a fan of, but man, I just love the Costco guys. I don't know what it is. I mean, his gimmick is so stupid, but it
Yeah.
works. I don't see them losing. I think they're over.
Yeah.
For AJ to be a former indie guy to not wrestling for 15, 20 years, he does great. Other than when he broke his foot last year, he does great. I think Big Justice is a future, star because the
Yep.
kid can already talk, and he's what 13, 14 years old, and he
Yep.
already can cut a damn good promo. So, I don't see them walking out of here lose it. But John, I'll go to you. How
No,
do you feel
Big
about
Boom
it?
for me.
Yeah. Big Boom and QT all the way for me. But John, how you feel about the Costco guys in wrestling? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you a hater? Do you love them? Do you hate them? I don't
I
know.
don't. I don't know nothing about him. The only one out of them four I know about is Trent Beretta because he was in WWE. I think he was in NXT before, or was he
He
T? Or wasn't he in there?
he's been in everywhere. So he was in WWE for a number of
Yeah, he's
years,
been
and then
all
he went
over.
to
Okay,
TNA. Yeah,
okay.
he's went all over the. You don't know the guys from TikTok, man? The Costco guys, the double chunk chocolate cookie.
Yes, 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 yes. I
Yeah,
do.
you know this gets five big booms. Yeah, that's the guy
Yeah.
we're.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the guy we're talking about.
Okay.
I gotta go with Big Boom, and QT there, man. I don't see them losing. I mean, I'm sure that's on the 0 hour, right? That's on the pre-show.
Yeah.
So I don't see them losing at all, in terms of being, in front of this crowd who they are mega over. Is their gimmick stupid as
Yep.
shit? Yeah, but that's the point, you know. So I got Big Boom and QT going over in that pre-show match. John, who do you got just for shits and giggles? You gonna go
I'm
Costco
gonna,
guys?
I'm going to agree with you guys.
All right, okay.
Easy.
Drew,
Well, next we've got our
we're
buddy
tied
over
right
there
now.
who needs to hurry up and get changed because it's Eddie
Oh shit!
Kingston and Hook versus the Work Horseman.
Oh shit!
I'm
Man,
winning. Straight up. Spoiler alert. I win.
Yeah, I won't bet the money against Eddie Kingston, that's for sure.
you got a flight to catch though. You better, man. You got Tony Khan's money. You'll make it. Um, I don't know, man. I like Eddie Kingston a lot. I think he's
I like him
relatable in a
too.
lot of ways. He's relatable in a lot of ways, and all we call John Mr. Eddie Kingston because he does look like Eddie Kingston. It's. I didn't see it until Drew pointed it out like a few months ago when we were watching a pay per view, and he goes, "Man, I got to tell you something." I went, "What?" And he goes, "Stick a vape in Eddie Kingston's head, and there you go. There's John." And I was like, "Son of a bitch, you're completely right."
Well,
Well, then you got Mark Briscoe, which reminds me a lot of JR, so.
you stupid. Well, he got that tooth fixed.
But no, trust me, you get Mark Briscoe, you get him talking real wild and getting pissed off. I have seen JR the exact same way. And
I seen Briscoe. I seen Briscoe talking at that Blood and Guts pay-per-view, and I'm like, what the fuck is he even saying?
Yep.
Nobody knows, but we love it.
Yep.
I think
need
this
to translate
is easy.
sometimes in subtitles.
I like the Workhorsemen. I think they got a badass tag team name. But I don't see him beating the Eddie Kingston and Hook. And I love me some damn Hook, man. So I'm gonna go with my boy over there in the corner, Eddie Kingston and Hook.
There you go.
Next, we have a four-way match of Anthony Bowens, and Max Caster Bowens versus Max Caster versus can't talk. Anthony Bowens and Max Caster versus Austin Gunn and Juice Robinson versus Big Bill and Brian Keith versus the Outrunners for $200K.
So here's the thing. They have slowly been building up the return of what could be AEW's greatest success story in The Acclaimed. I think this is where we finally get our scissor me daddy ass moment back in AEW. And I think we get that scissor moment in this match at the end of it. I think they'll finally join hands and hug and, 200K. I'm going with the Acclaimed on this, man. I'm going with Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. One of my favorite tag teams in AEW history. They should have never been broken up, but that's just my opinion. John, who you got, man?
Well, I know who Max Caster is. I know he was doing a lot of them rapping crap and stuff like that. Never seen him wrestle, but I'm going to go based off, his gimmick. So I'm going to pull with Max Caster.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, the Acclaim. Drew, who do you got for this four-way dance, my man?
I'm throwing a curveball here. Just because of usually the ones that hate each other the most can also be the ones that can work the best together. So the Bang Bang Gang is going to be the ones that I'm choosing for this one.
I like the Bang Bang Gang. That's a good pick. What do we got next?
Next is going to be Mystico and Mascara Dora and Neon versus Okada, Takeshi. Oh, God, I'm not going to be able to say all these. It's the World Trios title.
It's Takeshita, Okada, and some other Japanese guy
Yeah.
versus the Mexicans. There we go.
Yeah. Yes.
I think this is going to be one of the sleeper matches of the night. I think anytime that you get Okada and Takeshita in the same ring on the same team, or whether it's teaming together
Don
or
Callis family versus another family, basically.
yeah. Well, first of all, I'm just going to say this: fuck Don Callis.
Yes.
I wouldn't piss on that motherfucker if he was on fire, and that's kayfabe. I hate his guts, but you cannot argue with this guy's results.
No.
Like he has one of the most dominant factions in wrestling.
He's the
so
AEW's Eric Bischoff, in my opinion.
Yes, where you hate the
but
guy,
more annoying.
A lot more annoying. Like he's hard to describe to people that haven't watched wrestling. I mean, he was in WCW there for a while. If you guys want to get real far back, but he betrayed Will Ospreay, who is my favorite wrestler in the world, and who I think is the greatest wrestler other than Chris Benoit to ever live. So I will forever hate that son of a bitch. But you cannot argue with his results. He has one of the most dominant factions right now. He has the IWGP Heavyweight Champion in Takeshita. I was going to try to say his full name, but I got tongue tied and fuck it. We're just going to roll with it. Kyle Fletcher, if I'm not mistaken, is still the TNT champion. I think he has been one of their best breakout stars of the year. I really like what they're doing as much as I hate Don Callis. So I'm not going to go against the Don Callis family here. I think they're going to get another belt under their notch.
Yeah, I got a feeling that the after this pay-per-view, they're not only going to get more belts, but they're going to get more members of the family.
Yep.
So my choice tonight is that the Okada and them are going to be winning the belts. John, what do you think?
Team 2. I don't know.
So you think the champs are winning, or you think the challengers are winning?
Well, there's what? How many teams is in there? There's 2?
Two champs. Or two. They're trio titles.
Okay,
so
I'm going with 2.
Three people on each team.
I'm going for the challengers.
Challengers. All right, so you get Don Callis. Okay. All right, next match. We have this is the women's match. It's the Babes of Wrath versus the Sisters of Sin versus Timeless Love Bombs versus Megan Bayne and Marina Sharif.
I got Megan Bayne.
I'm not betting against Toni Storm or Timeless Toni Storm.
I'm not either, because she is one of the sexiest women that I have ever seen, other than my wife. And I think my wife would agree, because every time that she comes on the screen, I think we're both drooling at that point. So, yeah, we got. Well, it's the truth. It's the truth. You gotta love you some Timeless Toni Storm. You cannot call yourself a wrestling fan and not love and adore everything that Toni Storm does, because she is fucking brilliant and fucking phenomenal. And I'm going with her and her team, because you can't bet against.
The way she has evolved ever since she lost the belt has just been a phenomenal story. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that story continues.
Yeah, me too. I'm really excited to see her get that title back, because I think they're going to slowly start telling that story of her redemption story, going into their biggest pay-per-view that is, I believe, All In for next year. So I think that's when she'll get her baby back from Mercedes. But John, who do you got, man? You going with Megan Bayne and
I like the Megasis.
Okay, all
right. So the next match is Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe for the TNT Championship. And the stipulation is, if Mark Briscoe loses, he must join the Don Callis family. If he wins the match, he becomes the TNT champion.
So here's the thing with me, and I can just because I didn't know the stipulation, I didn't watch Wednesday. I was sick and was tired and was I've been sick and tired and bored all week. So I didn't watch Wednesday, so I didn't know this was coming up. Now you said that stipulation, and to me, having him lose this and having to be pretty much the Don Callis family slave, as much hell as they put him through over the past couple of months, is very intriguing to me. But on the
Yep.
other hand, Mark Briscoe is so over that I could see them putting the title on him, but I don't see them stalling Kyle Fletcher's momentum. So I'm going to go with a big ballsy pick and say that Mark Briscoe loses and has to join the Don Callis family.
Yeah, I'm thinking that he loses as well, but I think he technically wins the match, but it's a win by disqualification
Oh,
because I'm not seeing anything that states that there is a no DQ kind of match. It's just a regular championship match. So he technically wins the match, but it's a win by disqualification site. So he doesn't have to join the family, but he doesn't get the belt either. So he kind of gets screwed either way.
thank God it's not a tables and tax match again because that would be very uncomfortable. John, who you got? You got the champion retaining, or do you got Mark Briscoe walking out with the TNT championship?
Well, see, I know who both of those guys are, so I'm going to go with Mark Briscoe.
Because Fletcher just freaks me out when he walks out in the ring. He's a talented athlete, but his whole get up, he really reminds me of Kang from the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, the purple, the pink guy.
Yeah. I mean, all he needs is a little brain in
Alien.
his stomach area, and he's got the same get up, the glasses, everything already. So it throws me off.
Yep.
All right, next match is going to be Jon Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly in a no-holds-bar match. I think this might actually be the match Moxley wins to get back on a win streak, to stop the losing streak.
See, I would agree with you if I didn't feel like I know where this story's going. I think he loses. And
Or do you think that this is where the Death Riders kick him out of the club?
That's what I was getting ready to say. I think this is where he loses. You know, he's defeated and he's down at their knees and he's like, man, I don't know what's going on. And Claudio picks him up like he's going to help him up. And it's like, it's all right. And he uppercuts his fucking head off. I think this is where it happens. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Anything can happen. This is definitely.
Could it be they interfere in the match and technically give him the win, but then then they whoop the shit out of him?
It could be that case. Either way, I think this is when Moxley gets kicked out of the Death Rider. Are you all right over there? I think this is the time that they do it, and really excited for Claudio to get that number one guy spot because he deserves it. And this, ladies and gentlemen, I will put a disclaimer. This is a match where you want to make sure your children are either in the bed or in another room. Because it's going to get violent and it's going to get bloody and it's going to get, oh my God, very fast, very quick.
And Moxley will probably bring a fork to the match and do a lot of damage with it.
Or try to set somebody on fire. You know, there's not much the guy hasn't tried to do already.
That is true.
John, you going with Jon Moxley? Or are you going with Kyle O'Reilly here? What's your thoughts, man?
I'm going with him. I'm going with Moxley losing, but you guys know me. I don't really know a whole lot of AEW yet, but I'm going with Moxley losing and getting kicked out of the Death Riders.
I can see that happening.
All right, next match. Before I say who's in this match, just know this is a regular one-on-one match. No extra stipulations. Mano a mano. Pac versus Darby Allin.
Oh, fuck.
Darby.
Fuck. With no stipulation.
No stipulations. It is just straight one-on-one.
First of all, my one question to everybody that watches our show and everybody sitting here right now is how the fuck is Darby Allin alive?
Especially after Blood and Guts.
This man got thrown through a flaming table off the stage through a flaming table. This man
After
has
he got tased.
this man has been tased. This man has been drowned. He's climbed Mount Everest and walked back. I
And that's
think,
just in 2025.
man, I
He
think
got
exactly.
waterboarded. He
I
got
think
potentially
at the end
drowned.
of times when Ragnarok happens or whatever you believe, I think Darby Allin will be standing there and waiting for Odin and the gods to come down, and they're going to look at him and go, well, fuck, what do we do with this guy? Because we don't know. We've done thrown everything at him. So we'll just, I don't know, throw him on a horse and let's go. That's what I would say. Because this dude, if he's not in a wheelchair by the time he's 40, I'll be surprised. That
I'm
motherfucker,
surprised he's in a wheelchair by the end of the year.
Jesus Christ. But with that being said, the regular non-match stipulation, Pac just came back, I think, for almost called it War Games. Blood and Guts, that was the first kind of match we've seen him in since his return. I could see them giving the win to Pac.
Yeah.
Just to build the momentum up for him.
Yeah, I'm saying
I
Pac.
do not like his current ring attire that he's wearing. I think he looks like a fucking Nintendo reject of Legend of Zelda. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just think that Pac needs the momentum more than Darby does. So I'm gonna go with Pac on that. John, what are your thoughts on Darby Allin as not an AEW guy, but what are your thoughts on this crazy son of a bitch? And how do you feel about him?
He is a bad, bad man, and that's why I think he gets the win.
So you're a big Darby Allin fan, I take it.
Yeah, I do. I love the Daredevil shit.
I used to like that man, but it's honestly to the point where I don't know if it's where I'm getting older, but it's just getting uncomfortable for me. Like I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not trying to, the internet's gonna blow up, but it literally, like, every time this dude takes a bump now, I'm like cringing because I'm like, God, just please let him get up, man. Just Odin, please let him get up and let him walk. And it scares me. It genuinely, as a person who watches this stuff and has seen some crazy shit, it scares me. Like, genuinely. Like, my kids will not know who Darby Allin is until they're well into their mid-teens. Because most grown people shouldn't see the shit that he's done on live television. I mean, it's the only thing they haven't done is try to castrate this man on live television. And I don't know when it's coming, but something's coming. And there's a reason that there's so many Darby Allin compilations. And I saw an interview with Tony Khan the other day that somebody asked him, when was the one time that you think Darby Allin went too far? And out of everything that he has done, the thing that Tony Khan said that he did too far was in Sting's retirement match, the pane of glass, off the ladder through the pane of glass. That to me was the safest thing he's ever done.
Yeah.
The only other thing he hasn't done is shoot somebody. So,
brother, give it time. Give it time. I'm sure we'll have a Brian Pillman on Raw moment eventually. But John's going to go with Darby Allin. I'm going to go with Pac. And Andrew, who are you going with here?
I'm saying Pac.
Yeah, me too. I think
actually, no.
Oh,
no. I'm going to say this is a double count out or a double disqualification match.
Oh, okay. I could see
that.
I'm
saying that's how it ends.
I could see that.
Next match is a casino gauntlet for the national title. They're introducing this belt. And
they're introducing the belt? Oh.
Yeah. It's a weird kind of, it's not one of those that anybody can, or that all participants have to be in the ring in order to win it.
It's basically like their version of a Rumble.
First person to be pinned.
Yeah.
Whoever pins is winning it. So if you're the first two out there and you pin that person, you win. Doesn't matter how many more people are coming out to the ring or scheduled to come out.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but there is eliminations in this match, though. It can happen if they are.
No, the first person to get pinned, whoever pins, wins the belt. So,
okay.
Two people start the match. After like 2 minutes, the next person comes in. And it becomes a triple threat.
Yeah, and they're
After
like
2 minutes,
it's
if no
done
one's been
in like
pinned, then the
card
next person.
decks. Yeah.
Do what?
Okay. Yeah, it's done in card decks. And from what I remember, this must be the first time they're doing that. That type of where whoever gets pinned, no matter how many's left, that's it. Because I remember the first Casino Gauntlet was elimination by pinfall submission or over the top rope.
The way they were describing it Wednesday night was being number one could actually be a good thing this time, because if you are the first two out there and you pin that person, you win the belt.
Well, that just sounds like it's going to be a convoluted fucking mess.
And Bobby Lashley is the first fucking person that comes out. So good luck.
Oh, hell. Yeah, good luck. Wow.
But I could be wrong here as well. It could be one of those that you have the belt and then you technically have it for a little while, and then the next people come out, and then you're technically the champ while those people are still coming out. It could be that situation as well. I don't know.
Sounds like a convoluted mess to me. Do we know all the participants, or have they not?
I know Orange Cassidy's in this, Bobby Lashley's in it, Ricochet's in it, The Blade is in it, Shelton Benjamin's in it.
Okay, first of all, fuck Orange Cassidy and everything he stands for.
I know. It's like 6 or 7 people in this.
Okay. So it's like their version of the Rumble, but with a twist.
Yeah. I mean, there's quite a few.
All right. Well,
honestly, I'm thinking it's somebody from the Hurt Syndicate that's going to win it. It's either Sheldon or Bobby Lashley that's going to win it.
Yeah, I think we're going to throw it out there, and I think just to throw it out there, I think Bobby Lashley is going to win this, and I think we're going to get a surprise entrant, and the fourth member of the Hurt Syndicate will debut tonight, and that is Mr. Cedric Alexander.
Ooh.
So
I'd be good with that.
Keep y'all's eye open. Who do you got winning, Drew? Throw a name out there. We don't know who's all in the match, but throw a name out there.
Well, I'm thinking I'm going to go Sheldon Benjamin.
Oh.
John, what do you think?
Yeah, what do you think,
so
John?
This is a new title, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. National title is what it's called.
Okay. I will put my money on Mercedes Moné. Nah.
I love it. Why not?
I don't know, because I don't. Bobby Lashley, what the fuck?
Yeah, why not? We'll throw Bobby out there.
All right. Next match. I think we have like 2 or 3 more. It's Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express versus the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander for $1 million.
Baby faces are going over.
Well, just know that after Wednesday night, Don Callis was still trying to get the Young Bucks to join his family, and they still have not officially given an answer yet.
Okay, well then that's just.
And Kenny Omega made his return to AEW Wednesday night.
Yeah, one of my favorites. So that's kind of foreshadowing for me. I think the Don Callis family goes over here, and I think the Bucks come out and join the Don Callis family.
All right, hold on 1 second. Is she drinking mustard from the bottle?
Yep, she's got heartburn.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Anyhow, sorry.
I also do it because I like it.
Yeah, and she likes mustard.
No, I love mustard. I just won't drink it out of the bottle.
I'm like that though. I do.
You keep the soccer.
You all right, man?
I don't think it's working.
It ain't gonna work right away. You gotta give it a minute.
All right, so do you have Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express or Young Bucks and Josh Alexander?
I got Young Bucks and Josh Alexander.
All right, what about you, John?
After
I got Kenny Omega.
You got Kenny and Jurassic Express. I'm taking Young Bucks.
Yeah, me too.
Like I said, I think the Don Callis family grows exponentially tonight. Yep. Next match is for the AEW Tag Team Championship. We've got Brodito versus FTR.
FTR.
I like the Revival.
FTR, I think, is as much as I love Brodito, this whole tag run has felt like a fucking mistake.
Yeah. I got a feeling Smoke gets in the way or Stoke gets in the way, and he's the one that causes Brodito to lose.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, what was that for? I mean, I'm just saying this whole even them winning the titles, it felt like a fucking mistake. Like it was like,
All right,
oh,
John, this one's about your girl. This is Chris Statlander versus Mercedes Moné for the AEW Women's title.
CEO,
Well,
CEO, C.
I mean,
my
Make it number
She
14.
Yeah, this
Make
is
it number
this is Miss
14.
pterodactyl
If she
glasses
wins,
that
hey,
drives
if
me
she wins
insane.
that, it'll be number 14.
my heart says Statlander, but my brain says this shit's just getting out of hand, and they're probably just gonna give it to fucking Mercedes Moné. But I'm gonna take Chris Statlander. I'm sorry.
As I said before, I think she's one of the sexiest women on the planet.
That was
So,
Chris Statlander.
she's not in the same category as Mercedes Monet.
she's fucking.
But, man, give her number 14. I'll be happy. I'll be doing a CEO dance all night. Just give her number 14. I'm here for it.
Ugh.
I'm thinking the money train's getting knocked off the rails tonight.
Oh,
And I'm thinking Statlander
Really
successfully
bad.
defends her title for the first time.
okay. I can see that.
And then we
I
have
mean-
the main event, which is Hangman Adam Page
Samoa Joe
versus
and the
Samoa
Kid.
Joe in a steel cage match.
This is another match where you better put them kids to bed, make sure their
Yeah.
bluey is on, and make sure
Bluey.
that the door is locked because it's
There's going to
about
be
to get.
interference as well. You
Yeah,
know
it-
there's
That
going to be
shit not
interference.
Yeah,
You see
yeah.
the shit in not
As much as I love Samoa Joe, and I think this would be the perfect time to put the belt on him, I don't think they take it off Hangman. I want them
I don't
to.
either.
'Cause
Yeah,
I'm not a big
especially since
Hangman
season
fan.
3 of Twisted Metal just got approved.
Yep.
I got a feeling that Joe's not getting a title.
Yeah, me either. So for that very reason, as much as I love Samoa Joe and I think he's doing great work as a heel right now, I think Joe's gonna lose tonight, and I think
And I
Hangman's
think Hobbs would be a better match for a title contender than Joe.
Hobbs is like if you took Brock Lesnar, Mark Henry, and Shelton Benjamin and put him into one person.
Like I said, Hobbs is what Big E should have been.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'm going with Hangman as much as I hate Hangman. So
I got Hangman.
yeah, I
John,
don't
what about
think-
Well, let me ask a question before I go into this one.
Okay.
So, is MJF still around?
He's injured right now.
Yeah, he's injured.
Okay. Do Hangman or Samoa Joe have anybody else that that don't like them?
Well, the
Hangman
ops pretty much got the
hasn't
whole
got
fucking
locker
roster.
room.
Yeah, the ops pretty much got the whole roster, and Hangman's pretty much got the same thing, really.
Yep.
Where they're both
And
kind of not.
Hangman's got some busted ribs though too. So
All right, I got Samoa Joe.
I'm just not.
and
I'm not.
Samoa Joe's getting ready to do his retirement tour. So
Yeah, which
you got
is
to throw
sad.
that in as well.
Which is sad because man, him and AJ going out in the same year is just not going to be
Yep.
okay. But I'm a notorious Hangman hater. I don't think the guy can wrestle. I think the only time that he can actually work is when he's in there with somebody that can do flippy dippy stuff.
Well,
And it's bad when Logan Paul does your moves better than you do.
okay.
Well, unless he's got the instructions written on his hand.
Oh, geez.
Okay, hold
Oh, caught him out.
okay, hold on. I wasn't going to talk about that until you brought it up. As much as I love this young man.
Wait. Okay, no. Yeah, so no, he didn't do that. Sorry. No.
Okay. So as much as I love this young man in Logan Paul, and as much as I think his promo ability has improved, he pulled a Dwayne and got caught with his promo being writ on his hand. He pulled a Dwayne
That's
the
so
Rock
bad.
Johnson.
I mean,
That's
since this is kind of John Cena's retirement tour, and we are doing the moves of those that inspire us, he did kind of
mustard for my steak.
do one of those promos for The Rock, and have everything written out on his hand. So I mean, he has to do what inspires him for the great one.
I mean, man, to me, after looking at the picture and looking at the clip, it was bad. It was blatantly bad.
That was so bad.
But I feel like it wasn't as bad as The Rock's in 2011, and here's why.
Has he only done it once, or has he done it more? You just haven't seen
So,
it.
as far as I can tell, this is Logan Paul's first time. And, you know, sometimes it happens. If that's the way you need to remember your fucking promos, go ahead. I'm not going to make fun of you too much.
Jesus.
But goddamn, man. Just go over it before you go out of the curtain and then wash it off or something. I don't know. But I don't think it was as bad as in 2011 because I don't know if y'all remember in 2011, The Rock got caught with his promo on his wrist.
Yep. Cena called him out.
Cena went out there a week later in front of God and everybody and said blah 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 something, just like I don't need my notes for my promo on my wrist.
Oh God.
And that actually got really heat, like real life heat.
That's
like
where
they
that
were
major feud really started
scrap.
at.
Yeah. They were getting ready to really fucking scrap.
Yep.
It was bad, but I'll give Logan Paul a pass because, like I said, guys, I think within the next year and a half, he'll be champion. I think there's no doubt in my mind. Him and Dominic Mysterio, and Braun Breaker are the three guys on the top of my list right now to be world champion before the end of 2026.
Yeah, Dom's. This is the year. 2026, the year Dom wins Money in the Bank. Watch what I tell you.
I would love that.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm here sitting here with y'all.
Oh.
And eat mustard.
Oh. Wait a minute.
Ooh,
Wait a minute. So Dom wins Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
Punk retains his title at Mania.
Oh.
Yeah, but Money in the Bank ain't till June. So if you're thinking that Dom's gonna cash in at WrestleMania, not happening because June's Money.
No. But let Dom cash in because you know that when Rollins comes back, there's going to be multiple pay-per-views where him and Punk are going at it for the title.
You really think that's going to happen? I don't think that's going to happen right away because the last person that put their hands on Rollins was Vision. I'm telling you, I think my opinion on that
is
when
beat Punk.
When Rollins comes back, I think he's going after Vision, and I think he's going to need help, and I think he's going to have to ask Punk for help. Just watch.
Still, it's eventually going to happen to where
you have those two facing off.
They're going to face off.
Yeah.
But he's going to win the belt back. And before there can be any kind of rematch clause being implemented, here comes Dominic doing the exact same thing to get the title from Seth so that neither one of them can have the belt anymore.
So here's the thing in my head, and for spoiler alert, I'm gonna give y'all a little tea. So I do this thing called Universe Mode on my other channel. I put the first episode up for this season. My plan, I'm gonna give the tea spilled here on the podcast because a lot of people don't watch the podcast and the entertainment too. My plan is to have Seth Rollins. He's gone for right now. He's got that shoulder injury, kayfabe wise. So my plan is Cody Rhodes is holding the Winged Eagle Championship on our SmackDown. My plan is to have Finn Balor beat Cody Rhodes for the Winged Eagle Championship, but he's not doing it alone. Finn Balor is no longer with Judgment Day. He brings back the Nexus.
Oh, shit.
And he brings them back as like his version of WWE's Bullet Club, but under the Nexus banner. So the Nexus t-shirts, the armbands, everything. And this whole thing will lead up to Dominic Guerrero winning Money in the Bank and cashing in at some point on his former Judgment Day brother in Finn Balor and becoming World Heavyweight Champion.
Ooh. I'd be fine with that.
That's what I'm slowly booking in my head. So
okay.
That's slowly coming. But this pay-per-view tonight is going to be a banger. That card.
Yeah, it's not going to end until midnight easily.
Yeah. Not until midnight. And here's the thing before we close it out here, we will all say this. WWE's pay-per-view in terms of match quantity has been dog shit.
Yes.
When you look at a WWE card and then an AEW card.
Yeah, it's been shit.
It's been dog shit. And in terms of quality, AEW is killing them right now, kicking their ass.
Yep.
So they got to do something to step it up. I think they're going to do it with War Games. I think War Games is going to be a must watch. But I also think tonight's show is also a must watch.
Dude, they have 13 matches on this card tonight.
Compared to
13.
WWE's what, 4?
They have 4, right?
Yeah, WWE's been doing like what, 4 or 5 each show?
Something like that, yeah.
Compared to 13.
Jesus.
That's counting the pre-show matches and all. WWE doesn't even do pre-show matches anymore.
Nope. They usually do them on SmackDown.
AEW is so good at using their talent in ways. Now, there are some people that have got lost in the shuffle.
Right now, there's 4 matches for fucking War Games. 5.
So
you're gonna have the men's War Games, the women's War Games. You're gonna have the Survivor Series match, and you're gonna have the Intercontinental Championship, and then you're gonna have the Women's Championship.
Yep.
The Stephanie Vaquer versus Nikki Bella.
Yeah, but that MFT traditional match is going to be on SmackDown.
Yep.
So you've only got 4.
Survivor Series game match was going to be on actual War Games.
Nope, they're doing it. They're doing it because when Monday Night Raw comes on, they're going to tape SmackDown directly after Raw, and they're doing that. They're doing that match on on Friday Night SmackDown.
Yeah, and I've already seen the spoilers for SmackDown, and I can tell y'all this: none of y'all got y'all predictions right for the Cena tournament. In terms of who's going to replace who, I'm not going to give it away, but it's.
I've already seen it too, and I don't know why I said have Sammy win. Yeah, enough said.
Yeah, but it's going to be great. It's going to be great. So 5 compared to 13 is fucking astronomical to me.
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing? They need to start looking at AEW like competition and not just treating them like a shitty indie promotion.
They're not.
Yeah.
Them like competition.
No, because if you're looking at somebody like competition, as much as I love Andrew, if he is my competition and I have a show and he has a show, I'm gonna do my damnedest to beat his ass every week. I'm gonna do my damnedest to beat his ass.
The only thing they decided to do right now is make SmackDown 3 hours.
Yeah, which that doesn't do any fucking thing.
No, because they do the same matches every fucking week.
It doesn't fucking do anything. So therefore, I'm going to close it out with this. If you are a wrestling fan and not watching AEW, and you have the ability to watch AEW, and you're not, don't call yourself a wrestling fan. Call yourself a part-timer. Call yourself a internet mark for me. Because wrestling is fantastic right now. Across every promotion. First of all, before I close this out, congratulations to my boy, my top dog, the 99 overall himself, new Revolver Remix champion, Chris Danger. Congratulations, my man. I got a chance to watch the match this morning. For those guys to be 2 YouTubers turned professionals, holy shit.
It's a hell of a match.
What a phenomenal match put together. The finish was great. And I kind of teared up a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Last week we touched on Chris and his wife dealing with that miscarriage. And I teared up a little bit, man, because I've been watching this dude since he was doing Call of Duty videos. Like before he was even a 2K YouTuber. And to know that a week ago, he got the most devastating news of his life. Till last night, in front of thousands, became the Remix Revolver champion and beat one of his best friends in real life for it and put on a banger. I am so proud of both of them guys, and I cannot wait to see where they go. And people keep talking about this low blow. I still didn't see no low blow. It was a kick to the gut to me. I didn't see nothing. I mean, BDE keeps crying. He's just mad. He's just mad because he's not a 99 overall, and he got beat by the better man last night. That's exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. But I'm going to go ahead and close the show out. Of course, somebody keeps asking me, I keep not forgetting to tag them on Twitter and stuff. Somebody asked me if we're ever going to make the Discord public. If we ever get big enough to where that Discord needs to go public, I'll make a second server.
All right.
Our Discord is kind of a safe space for us. You know, we all have jobs, we all work. And to me, that Discord and this group, even though some people don't think so, are a safe place and a place where we all go to decompress for the week. And so, yeah. And some people don't think so, but that's a different story for a different day. Thank you again, Mr. John freaking Niffen. Mr. Eddie Kingston got to go catch a flight here soon. He's got a match, big match tonight. Hope to see you win tonight, hopefully. And you better not forget your vape again.
Spoiler, I win.
Okay. He's already given booking. You're going to get fired for that. And I want to thank Mr. Magic Fingers himself, the guy in the chair, pretty much the face of this podcast. That literally everybody's like, yo, that's Magic Fingers. Everybody knows the guy. He is the second face of this podcast other than John. John's kind of becoming a fan favorite as we know. Of course, let the crippled guy be the last one. But I love you guys. We love you guys. And I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in once again. Thank you, Mr. Eddie Kingston. And thank you, Mr. Magic Fingers, for joining me in another fantastic edition of the Main Event Mafia podcast. And remember, pay your debts or just don't fuck with the Mafia in general. See you guys next week.